the man who forgot the way home. In the quiet town of Maple Hollow, nestled between golden fields and wide-open skies, lived the Anderson family, John, his wife, Grace, and their teenage son, Caleb. John had always been a stable, hard-working man. He ran a small woodworking shop that had been in his family for generations. His hands were calloused, but his heart was soft, especially toward his family. Grace was the pillar of their home. She taught at the local elementary school, and in the evenings, she made the house smell like warm bread and vanilla candles. Caleb, their only child, was a quiet boy who loved books and building model airplanes with his dad. Life wasn't perfect, but it was good. Then, one autumn afternoon, a new neighbor moved into the old Miller place next door. His name was Douglas Dung, a stocky, red-faced man with loud laughter and a collection of empty beer bottles that clinked louder than the wind chimes on his porch. He had just gone through a messy divorce, and while he never said much about it, people in town whispered that it was because of his drinking. At first, John kept his distance, but Douglas had a way of drawing people in, always offering a cold drink, cracking a joke, inviting folks to sit on his porch and unwind. John, tired from long days in the shop, found himself spending more and more time with him. It started with one drink, then another, and another. Before long, John was stopping by Douglas's place every evening. Gracie noticed the change right away. He came home smelling of alcohol, his words slower, his patience shorter. The once quiet evenings filled with laughter and stories became nights of silence, tension, and eventually, shouting. Grace tried talking to him, begging him to stop before it went too far. "This isn't you, John," she said one night, her voice cracking. "You're not the man I married." But John only scoffed. "I work all day. I need to relax. It's just a few drinks." Caleb, watching from the stairs, saw the hurt in his mother's eyes and the emptiness growing in his father's. One night, things came to a head. John had stayed out late with Douglas. When he stumbled home, he knocked over a lamp, waking the whole house. Grace confronted him, and their argument shook the walls. Caleb, now 17, couldn't take it anymore. He stood between them, voice shaking. "Stop. Just stop. Look at what's happening to us. Dad, you used to be my hero. You taught me how to build things, or to be keen. Now, I don't even recognize you." John froze. For the first time, he looked at his son, not through the haze of alcohol, but with clear eyes, eyes that saw the pain, the disappointment, the fear. He sat down heavily on the couch, burying his face in his hands. Grace stood silently, tears falling, but she didn't leave. That night, John didn't return to Douglas's porch. It wasn't easy. He went through withdrawal, guilt, shame. He avoided Douglas, even though the man laughed it off, saying, She's got you on a leash now, huh?" But John didn't laugh back. He looked Douglas in the eye and said, "I have a family. I'm not going to lose them." He started attending a support group in town. Grace came with him to the first few meetings. Caleb, proud but cautious, helped his dad get back into woodworking, building a new table for the dining room they had abandoned during the worst months. They talked more, argued less. They healed. Douglas eventually moved away. No one missed him much. Moral of the story: the people we allow into our lives can shape who we become, for better or for worse. But at every moment, we have the power to choose. Influence is strong, but love, responsibility, and the courage to change are stronger. No one is beyond redemption, but change only begins when we stop blaming others and start listening to those who truly care.